In this video, I'm going to talk about why making $100,000 a year keeps you in the rat race and why you should set higher income goals. The rat race, it was funny when I first heard this, was in a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and what he explains the rat race to be is the average life in society where people work their 9-to-5 job, they're not able to do what they would like to do, and they live within their means. A comfortable, average, typical life. So in this video, in this example, I'm going to show you how making $100,000 a year will get you nowhere, and actually, even by saving and investing from making $100,000 a year, will still not provide a comfortable life for you and your family. So in this chart, it goes over the breakdown of $100,000 a year. So you get your $100,000, you have to pay Uncle Sam, which is going to be 30 to 40%. So right there, about $40,000 is gone. You're left with 60. Now, obviously, you have to have you have to live somewhere. Rent or mortgage is going to be about 25%, which is going to be between $2,000 and $2,500 a month alone on rent or mortgage here on Long Island. So an example, typical example, your 2-bedroom apartment here around where I live is going to be $2,000. On top of that, if you have to pay for utilities, cable, etc., I think an average of $2,000 is a conservative number. So that's what I used in this example. That's going to be about $25,000 a year. So right there, 40 with plus 25, 65,000, and you're left with $35,000 after taxes and after you've paid your rent. Now, what about food, car, insurance, etc.? For car and insurance, I used 6%, which is going to be around $6,000. That is, I used an example of a $400 a month car payment, and insurance, $2,000 a year, which is conservative as well. And food, I put 7% for food. It comes out to $7,000 a year, which is about, I did, the example I used was $150 a week, which is very conservative. I know people that spend much more than that. Like I said, I'm going to keep it real here. This is being conservative and living below your means. Transportation. What do I mean by transportation? Other than your car, you need to pay for gas. If you take the subway, the train, 3%, $3,000. If you fill up your tank once a week, that's what it is. Clothing and entertainment, 5%, $5,000. That's if you do very little shopping and go out once a month. That's what that is. Now, vacation, 1 vacation a year, you and your girlfriend, boyfriend, $4,000, 4%, that's for 1 vacation, and 10% miscellaneous and saving. Now, let's just say you saved all of this, the 10%, $10,000 a year. Just to give you an idea, 10% of $100,000, $10,000 saved every year. If you start at the age of 25, by the time you retire at 65, in an index fund or mutual fund that pays about 8% compounded, you'll end up with $1.5 million by the time you're 65, which by then will be nothing and very difficult for you to live on. So what is the point of this video? I know this seems pretty negative, and I'm actually making this video to change people's perception on making 6 figures, because it's really not that much when you put it into perspective and crunch the numbers down. So this is to open everybody's mind up. If you haven't thought about it this way, you really need to have a decent income to retire earlier and do the things that you want to do. So hopefully with this video, it gave you some insight on what $100,000 will do, and you'll upgrade those income goals. Till next time. Hey guys, I forgot to add, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be going over some great content on how to make more money and where to invest it so that you could retire earlier and live the life that you want to. So stay tuned.